Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLeesCorner, child. Y'all know what happened today, and we're here to discuss it. Now, look, I did not feel the need to have a whole breaking news early today because I was like, child, we all seen it, and I needed time to digest the foolishness that has been happening all day surrounding this man's case. Okay, Diddy did it. Diddy did it. Diddy did it. Okay, I said what I said around here. Okay, y'all know first things first. Make sure to like the video. Okay, like the video, share it as well. Okay, subscribe to my channel. Become a whole JayBird, and whatnot. Okay, you can follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on IG, Twitter, and TikTok. And comment in the comments section. You know, there's always other videos up. We were live yesterday. We had some Housewives of Atlanta talk and whatnot. Okay, so it's all other kinds of content on the channel. If you have not seen these things already, go watch them. Okay, but today, right now, for about the next hour or so, we finna get into the foolishness. Okay, the FUC KERY of it all. Okay, I don't even want to say the fuckery of it all because I was like, what in blue blazes is going on? So the majority of our stuff is Diddy. Okay, the only thing on my thumbnail that ain't Diddy is Nene, but she matched, and I want to talk about her a little bit. But yeah, child, I cannot. But child, look, I'm on screen. I'm on screen. Mentally rolling my eyes right now. I had to change out of my work dress and say no. Mentally rolling my eyes right. This shirt was perfect. Okay. I could not find my do not disturb sweatshirt. I could not find my comfortable messy hair sweatpants sweatshirt. I don't know where it says, probably my closet stuff in there. Okay. So I said no, mentally rolling my eyes at a lot of people, a lot of situations, some celebrities, a blogger. I said, I know your ass ain't up on camera getting baby oil poured on. What? Well, now what now? Thank y'all for being around here. Okay. I was a bit late. I was 9:10. I got here right at 9:10. Well, I was here at 9, but y'all wasn't here yet. So I waited 10 minutes. Okay. Please make sure we have a good time tonight, y'all. Look, all comments is welcome unless you are in support of the diddler. If you are in support of the diddler, just know I might fuss at you in my fussing voice. Okay. And I felt like when they said, "Oh, Diddy was found, guilty in 2 and not guilty in 3," and I seen this court sketch, I said, "Oh, that's it right there," because he off. Okay, you got a whole life full of life. Okay, a whole life round here. Okay, but hi to y'all. Hey, how y'all doing? Okay, is it Wednesday? Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. Child, tomorrow is Thursday. It was not Friday. We close on Friday and I'm off on Monday. And I like it. I like being off on days where I do not have to go into work and deal with the foolishness that are my employees. Okay, anyway. A whole miscarriage of justice was had in the court because and I'm happy I didn't go live earlier because I would have been pissed off. I would have been upset. I would have been cussing and fussing. And I don't want to cuss and fuss how I cuss and fuss when I'm aggravated. I want to cuss and fuss when I had time to digest it, to get all my aggravation out in other ways, child. And that's why we here today. Okay. Anyway, and I was like, oh, Master P not about Diddy either. So Master P ended up in one corner and Nene in the other corner. Those two ain't about ain't about Diddy. Okay. But I had to put them in the thumbnail because I was like, what else we gonna do? Anyway, I just want to go ahead and get started sharing my screen because I feel like we just have to address because today is Diddy Day. Look, he's not only is he gonna slip up, he gonna slip up, he gonna get locked back up, and I'm gonna be like, justice is served, okay? And yeah, I'm like, how you between Diddy, his family, his bald-headed mama, okay, his lookalike sons, okay. I'm excuse the daughters, okay. But all of the foolishness that went into, I'm like, y'all do know he wasn't found not guilty. To me, you're found not guilty when you're found not guilty of all charges. If you have 5 of them and you get found not guilty of 3 of them, you still got found guilty of 2. So you're still guilty anyway. But I digress. Okay, let's share my screen. Okay, because I was saving things and I felt like it was so many different like Diddy posts today because so many people was around here. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yeah. What? Oh, now y'all want to say something. Now y'all want to be supportive. Now y'all want to big up the diddler. Oh, Tiny. Tiny, really? I was aggravated. Okay. Now look. Boom. Okay. Let me refresh my page. Okay, so look, the majority of the stuff is Diddy stuff. Okay, that's gonna be last. Okay, the majority of all we're gonna get to everything I saved for a reason. We're going through each and every post. We're gonna read whoever needs to be read for filth when today. Okay, because I said I know you. Okay. Anyway, what about Rima? What happened? About her fussing in court, that was yesterday. We went over that yesterday. So you mean her fussing with that lady over the dead man and her son? We went over that. We fully got a Remi's ass yesterday. Okay. That was on Tuesday. See, Remy, or is it Remy fighting that court? So if you talking about Remy fighting that court, we went into that yesterday. So unless she's fighting somebody today, I haven't heard about it. Okay. Let's get into some foolishness. I feel like sometimes when you see somebody's face, you feel like, now what happened? Because when I seen it, I said, okay, what did you do? That's a whole allergic reaction. That's a whole don't do that no more. That's a whole oops, I did it again. Okay. It says woman urges others to accept their natural beauty after having an allergic reaction from getting her lip fillers dissolved. Okay. First of all, women, stop getting your lips filled. Okay. Leave the lips alone. Okay, we ain't got time for lip filler foolishness.
Do you not ever get your filler or anything like that? I'm so against it because this is the result of me having to dissolve my lips.
So, ma'am, you just lied. Because you weren't against lip fillers because you got them. Okay? You got the lip fillers. So you're not against, you may be against them now because your lips look like Donald Duck.
After getting filler, and I'm actually really scared. Like, I've got to face the repercussions, but hopefully the next 2 days my lips will go down. But this is insane. They're huge. I'm actually shaking a bit. It's really scary. Do you not ever get your filler or anything like that? I'm so against it because this is the result of me having to dissolve my lips. So I put a bit of lip gloss on to make myself,
oh my God,
feel better.
Can she breathe? Does it hurt?
I'm deciding to stay calm. Yeah, I'm just gonna ride it through. I'll be okay.
She gonna starve because you can't eat with them lips. You can't eat. You can't, girl. You can't eat up. You can't drink nothing.
Yeah. So I put a bit of lip gloss on to make myself feel better. I am alive and well. Day 2 of getting my lip dissolved and getting a severe allergic reaction. I think it's safe to say this was intense. From all the comments, I didn't realise how bad this reaction had gotten.
Did you not see you was in person with it? What do you mean?
And it was getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So I rung 111 and they sent an ambulance out because it was deemed a potential allergic reaction, but a severe one because it was constantly getting bigger and bigger. And
you couldn't see over your lips. You didn't see that?
It can also be very delayed. And when I got this filler, I did have a patch test, but it wasn't within a 24-hour period. So when the patch test has happened, I got a delayed reaction of that. And
leave your lips alone.
And I'm alive.
I just wonder what she looks like when her lips are back to regular. Okay.
My lips are fully dissolved, and I'm really, really happy with the result.
She looked completely different.
Of getting my lips dissolved and having a severe allergic reaction. Actually, I don't think it's fully, but I think it's almost there, and it is a little bit bumpy.
Why did you get your lips? Why did you get lip filler?
Wrinkly, but I've been told that your lips over time it'll.
I don't care what you're saying. Why would you even? You didn't even see. This is the prime. Look, this is the prime example. Okay. Stop messing with yourself when ain't nothing wrong. You didn't died. For girl, your lips are already plump. What you doing? Child, Donald Duck. Okay, Howard the Duck. Duck the Duck. This man killed his uncle over a honey bun. Now I ain't had a honey bun since I was in high school. So that was back in 1999, 2000. Okay, they had it in the vending machine. So I have not had a honey bun since then. Okay, so a good 25 years. But the man said, okay, a 48-year-old Roger Crawley was shot and killed over there in Atlanta. Okay, shortly after him, after a heated argument with his nephew over a honey bun. I don't recall honey buns being so tasty that you should kill over them. I don't remember. Okay. I mean, they used to be delicious, I guess. I don't want to. I would go buy. They cost like $1. Okay, it said, according to the warrants, his nephew, 29-year-old Michael Crawley, became upset after learning that the honey bun he left in the fridge was eaten by his uncle. First of all, look, I remember a long time ago, my cousin had put some wing bean chicken, because here, we have our Coney Islands. You know what I'm saying? We get the good old a 10-piece wing ding dinner. Okay. And my cousin had put her wing ding chicken in the refrigerator. Okay. And my uncle came round there and ate her chicken. She was pissed off. So chicken, it will at least be worth a fight. Okay, but ain't no food worth the death anyway. But again, came in around there. His uncle had then ate the damn honey bun. Okay, wouldn't have said. Michael would told him to calm down. So calm down, leave the house. He left the house. He came back and shot his uncle 4 times in the chest and the arm. I was like, you left and came back over a honey bun? He then called the police, okay, admitted to the shooting, and see, I was in the woods, the woods hiding. He was found by a dog, a police dog, found him, and a honey bun. Was it the one with ice or the regular one with it? I don't know. But I feel like, can you imagine being in prison and they say, what you in for? You say, man, I killed my uncle with my honey bun. Like, that's a sweet ass way to don't be killing folks. Oh, now, first of all, he looked crazy. Okay, he looked like he may kill you over a honey bun. Okay, and I'm not because his eyes is looking which way or whatever, but I'm just saying you can't be killing folk over honey buns. Not honey buns. Not they cost what? The last time I had one, it cost $1, maybe $1.25. Okay, maybe $1.25 or I don't remember. Okay, it's been 30 years. However, I didn't want to say I was crooked, but it's looking every which way. Okay, it's looking left, it's looking right, it's looking child, all these things. Okay, but he can't be doing any of that. Okay, it ain't worth it. It's just not worth it. Was he always eating your honey buns, and that was his last straw? It gotta be something else. It gotta be something else, okay? Because you would not treat me like that. Now, I was also minding my business, and I want to brief y'all, okay? That this lady head is flexible, and my question is, who taught you to do this? Okay. Now, I don't know who was she messing around with that taught her that her neck is flexible like that, meaning the muscles and the tendons of her neck are very, very much, they're real agile. But at what point did you realize, oh, my neck won't break? I was like, ma'am, what were you doing to figure out you could do that? Because death becomes her. Okay, what had happened? Your head should never be looking over your back. It shouldn't happen. And God forbid, what if once you get older, your neck is slump over? Okay. What happens if one day if it's one twist too many and your neck is slumps? Okay, and it just falls. And then your neck is like this, like a newborn baby. What is going on? So I'm like, who taught you? Because I'm like, at what point you say, but let me see how far I can bend my neck. Yeah, hold my head still, and I'm gonna turn my whole body. Man, you could die. If I was in that show, I'm leaving. Okay, because no one's head should turn like that. Okay, it's not normal. It ain't normal, and we should admit when things ain't normal. Okay, we're gonna say congratulations to Sanya Richards-Ross. They had their third baby, their third son. She had their first baby. Okay, she then had that second baby that she was pregnant with when her last season of Atlanta. She then got pregnant the third time, and so now they have 3 boys. Okay, congrats to Sanya and her husband Aaron. Okay, for baby number 3, and they now have 3 boys. Okay, the fact that she used to only wanted the one and now got 3, child, I guess so. If you like it, I love it. Kenya was around here letting y'all know that she still looks gorgeous. Okay, she wants y'all to know that she round here killing people with her looks and her hair and her face. Okay, because she had did a live and her face looked real weird. It was a filter. Okay, I think sometimes folk don't know that filter on their face looks crazy. Now she know I'm on live. I said she know I'm on live.
And you know the time difference.
Child.
What y'all talking
about? Stuff. What you talking about?
Call us later, baby. We'll finish talking our conversation.
Where DJ?
Over there on the couch.
Oh, he ain't talking to me all day. DJ. There go
Veronica. DJ.
Hello, sister.
TT calling your name.
Is he ignoring? No, they know that you bothering me, right? Yes. I don't know. I'm still working. I'm pretty sure.
Like the video, share, subscribe, all the things. I miss the JayBirds.
All right, peace out. Love you.
Let me see what y'all talking about. Love you
too. Okay. Child, she on vacation, up here bothering me. Anyway, but Kenya was on her own live, and on her own live, she had looked weird, but it was a filter. Filters always look good. Sheree's face looked different, and I don't know why her face looked different. Not a bad different, just like she had some work done to it different and stuff. But again, she rounded. I like her dress too, because Kenya isn't on Housewives anymore. I like to see what she doing, because you never know what's going on with Kenya. Peter was there too. However, if you see on the side on her, it's like a black and white suit right on the side. She cut Peter off out the picture. She said, I'm not gonna have him in my picture, whatever. I said, girl, but we know he's there. Okay, so kudos to Kenya for looking cute in her outfit. They were at, I think it was like an AIDS benefit concert that what's his man name? That what's his name, child? What's his name? What's the bald man name? I don't remember that man's name. But Lawrence, Miss Lawrence. Miss Lawrence had an event, and that's where she was at. So it was cute and whatnot. Cool. Now I want to get to Diddy. I think, well, no, let me do Master P. So Master P, who was the CEO and the benefiter, he was the CEO of No Limit Records. We don't really hear about No Limit Records anymore at all. I feel like are there any No Limit artists that are current? I don't think it is. But Mia X, who used to be, on the label, had made a post, okay, kind of saying, hey, I'm owed some money. She said, it's still unbelievable that I'm actually saying this. I will not be performing at Essence Fest as a featured artist, and Master P said. We started talking about my involvement last week. At first, the management didn't want to entertain my performance fee, so it was agreed that I wouldn't be a part of the show. I talked to Pete on the 26th of June. He claimed that the lack of miscommunication was due to his busy schedule. Okay, I felt disrespected because the show has been booked for many months, and I have been advertised as a featured artist. There was a clash because of my concern about the short time and no schedule in place for rehearsals, no contract, deposit. But basically, I want my stuff. Okay, if I put on Lauren, I can look what the name was. If anyone is put on an advertised flyer for an event, pay them their money. Okay, let them have some rehearsal. Okay, she brought up how back in 2018, kind of the same thing happened where she was supposed to be somewhere and things did not work out. She was in a contract, but at this point, it was too late, in my opinion, to give the largest, most celebrated festival for us what they deserve, from stage coordination to wardrobe. And I was also still insulted by the dismissal of my fair fee, considering Essence paid big. Look, don't have me around there okay, and not pay me. I think like, what do you say?
But wherever the miscommunication went at, y'all know that I give Mia X whatever she wants. So let's cut that out. I talked to Mia X. I told her to give me a number, whatever the management was talking about. Y'all know how I cut for Mia X. She gonna get whatever she wants. She can perform if she want to. She don't have to. It's a masterpiece farewell show at Essence, and it's not a No Limit reunion tour because we did that already.
Master P trying to come on and say it's a farewell Master P concert. Why does that Essence Festival? That's kind of weird. And if she can get whatever she wants, why wasn't that communicated before now? And if Essence Fest is coming up like this weekend, okay, what do you want me to do? So even if he's now saying, well, she can get whatever she wants, well, that ain't what was told to her before. She wants to be prepared. You can't try to have me do a show at the last minute. He then put up, I'm sorry, I'm tired. Y'all don't think the boss has feelings? Say goodbye to the bad guy. Anybody that truly loves me, don't say it, show me. Master P, go sit down somewhere. Okay? Let's go sit down. I think Master P and Romeo had issues. I think he even had issues with Silk the Shocker. I feel like, again, there are no limit artists currently who be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, big up the P. Because none of them perform much now. As he said in his little post, he's been coaching, he's not performing. This is a farewell Master P thing. Well, pay the folks who need their money. Pay them in time. And I don't blame her for not wanting to do it last minute, because if she's not performing regularly, she may not be ready either. Because if she look dumb, they're gonna talk about her, not him. So I was like, girl, bye. Child, look at Wendy. Look at Wendy.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hey,
what's up, man?
Welcome to Speak Your Fit. What's your name and where you from?
Oh, okay.
Wow. Now, we're not going to act like somebody's rolled up on Wendy out the blue. We're not going to act like they didn't know she would be around there. Okay, I'm just saying.
I'm Wendy Williams, the one and only.
Hello.
I'm from here, right here in New York City.
Big Apple. We got Miss Wendy Williams here. Speak Your Fit to me. Describe.
She looked great, though. You know, she looked healthy. Okay, she looks coherent. Okay. She looks like she's having a good time in the city in her stockings and her shorts.
You look wonderful today, Miss Wendy Williams.
Excuse me, everything designed by Mel Maxey.
Ooh,
every
hello.
last drop of it,
Nice.
except for my fabulous sneakers are mine, all mine.
Ooh, hello.
And
her feet look good. She's wearing shoes now. She was in those weird boots before. So that means she's doing good and she's healthy right now.
my fabulous handbag,
Nice.
beautiful and gorgeous.
That part.
But this is all designed by me, and Mel Maxey even did this for me.
Nice.
And it's all done.
That part. Hello.
Yes.
I got a few.
Now it's a bit of a delay. Thank you, Lisa E, for the super chat. Hey, Jaylee and JayBirds. What, you back? Well, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. We appreciate it. Thank you for the super chat. It is always appreciated. You hear me? But again, with Wendy, it's a bit of a delay. You can tell, you know what I'm saying, she's not as quick as she used to be. But again, she still seems coherent.
Question before you leave. I know you have a busy day. So what will older Wendy tell younger Wendy? Talk about it.
Well, stay true to what you wear.
That part.
I love to eat food.
Hello.
I said, what? So again, I feel like this was pre-planned, which is fine. It does show she don't need to be in no conservatorship, which I agree. Okay. But she, some little thing, you know what I'm saying? It's an itty bitty bit of a delay, but she still is good.
And after a lot of food, it's time to go to the gym.
Nice.
I go to the gym 3 times a week. No lie.
What's your favorite restaurant? You got any favorite restaurants you like eating at today?
Right now, I want to go to a soul food restaurant.
That part. Hello.
Well, look, this is me, right? I also like lox, bagels, and cream cheese.
Shout out to them.
I had that yesterday.
Okay, cool.
But today, it's all about my friend Mel.
Right.
So where he wants to go is where we go. And I know exactly where it's going to be.
What's your favorite movie? You can name one or multiple. Any of them.
Excuse me, I don't do movies unless I'm with a date. And even
hello.
then, I don't even focus on the movie. I focus on a little canoodling.
Nice. Hello.
When I find the right man, that is.
Is Wendy canoodling? Y'all think she dating? Sure.
Where can they find you on social media?
A social what? Social who?
Thank you, Miss Wendy Williams.
I don't think she has social media anymore. Maybe because of the conservatorship guardianship, the guardianship. I don't think she even has social media anymore. She used to have like 2 different pages, and I don't think she's posted on those pages in a long time. So again, she looks healthy. She sounds great. You know what I'm saying? It's good to see her out and about. Now, I asked her about Diddy. Did she know Diddy was guilty? Did she find that out? Anyway, you never know. Kandi was on a live, I think yesterday, and they were asking her about, Beyonce, who does Bills in her Cowboy Carter tour. And Kandi wrote that. She said, I get my money.
Get performance royalties when B does the Bills section in Cowboy Carter tour. Yeah, I do actually. I'm super excited about it because you know what, I can show y'all real quick. Are you done?
Yes, I am.
Let me show y'all something right quick since we in here, since you brought that up. I'm gonna show y'all
this how you know Kandi's a boss.
Something real quick. I gotta do something for my husband, so I'm gonna make this fast. So for Beyonce's Cowboy Carter tour, she already reached out and licensed the song. So my publisher, they sent it to us so we could sign off. The song is already licensed for her to perform in the show. But what I wanted to show you was, in the past, Beyonce has sung other songs on some of her live concerts. You see that one? Live in Roseland. That was Beyonce for Live at Roseland concert she did. You get performance royalties. Concert she did. And you see, she sold it. She put the live performance. You know how they do the DVD. So the DVD went gold. This is another one when she did. This was this Sasha Fierce, I guess. Oh yeah. I don't know. You can't really see it. I'm trying to show you. The cover is like you can't see. I don't know if you can see. That's Beyonce. I Am Yours at the Wynn, Las Vegas. She did the show, and that one, she sold that concert compilation DVD, and it sold for 2 million copies. Let me see. Is it another one? Here's another one. This one is Beyonce Live Experience. The Beyonce Live Experience. That one, 3 million copies.
Child, the fact that Kandi in her studio has plaques from the money she get from songs she wrote that she's still getting paid for now, that's amazing. And also her even letting the people know that Beyonce licensed all the songs before she goes on tour. So you thought people wasn't making money. When Beyonce make money, other folks make money with Beyonce. Okay. Now there are people who owe some money. Okay. Kelly from the Housewives of Atlanta, as her first season, has been hit with a lawsuit. Well, she's being sued a little bit, because Navy Federal Credit Union said, "Hey, you owe us $26,434.86." Now, when I first saw this, I was like, does Kelly owe them people, or does her and her husband owe them people? Y'all know Kelly went through a divorce. Her and her husband have been divorcing for a while. And the fact that she's currently now being hit with this lawsuit or complaint for owing roughly $26,000, she was like, look, her rep told the people, Kelly ain't been served, no paperwork from them people at all. Okay. The account with them was a shared account with her now ex-husband. We have no further, information and whatnot. Okay. Also, her ex-husband's going through a bankruptcy, so we can't comment on this matter. Now, the ex-husband said, well, no, I was removed that account, you know what I'm saying, whatever, like around 2022. It sound like they had a joint account. Okay. Someone stopped paying on that joint account. Okay. And now that they are divorced, he's filed for bankruptcy. And now they want to come after her for the amount. To me, it do sound like they probably incurred that debt as a couple. And then because they were going through a divorce, the amount sat. Okay. Then now that they are divorced, he's bankruptcying himself. Okay, let's go after her. Now, I feel like we've seen how she lived a little bit. We've seen her pay for things. We've seen her have good events. I don't think she doesn't have it. And even if she didn't have it before getting on the show, she probably has it now. But a part of me feel like that ex-husband of hers left her with some debt. The whole debt may not be hers. It may be partially hers. But I feel like they're trying to make a sense of, Kandi ain't got no money. No, the lady went through a divorce. Okay. And if we divorcing and this is the debt we incurred as a couple, I'm not paying that full debt. Now that we divorced, I may have to now, but I wasn't going to pay before. Okay. So we shall see. Because these people only said, hey, we ain't been serving the paperwork. Okay. That account was a shared account with the ex-husband who was going through bankruptcy. So we don't know. We'll let you know. We'll let you know. Also, the bad Barbie chick, the Catch Me Outside girl. Okay, who was telling folks a couple years ago that she was making millions on OnlyFans. Okay, she owes $671,000 in credit card charges. Okay, now I'm confused because you were making millions of dollars back in 2021 on OnlyFans. In April of 2021. Allegedly, she said she made $18 million. Now, I'm going to also say this. If you made millions of dollars and you don't know how to manage that money, you can easily owe people, okay? Because the money coming in, you got to pay taxes on it. You got to pay other people, okay? It's all kinds of things. But, girl, if you owe anybody $674,000 in credit card charges, after claiming to make millions on OnlyFans, are you not making that money anymore? Now, per People, the lawsuit was filed today, and American Express claimed that she stopped making payments in December 2024, and now they're suing her for the whole $674,452.40, with a complete amount that she's racked up on her American Express card. Money management is what people need. Okay. And if you made all these millions, even just roughly 4 years ago, you should not be broke. Okay. You should not be. If you are too broke to pay back this debt, you are horrible with your money and you need to go sit down some damn where. Okay. So again, Kelly may only owe, $26,000, but white girl owe almost $700,000. Okay, if we're gonna discuss one person's debt, we're gonna discuss both people's debts. Okay, I want to touch on Nene real fast. Nene interviewed, what was her name? Krishan. Now, on the drive home, because I seen Nene post this, I said, well, let me go and listen to the interview. So I listened to it on fast forward. This was a horrible interview. Mainly because Nene kept bringing the conversation back to herself. And I get she was doing that and trying to connect with the interviewee. But it just didn't make any sense. It was like somebody's great auntie talking to somebody's little niece, but they have nothing in common. But they're trying to, and it's weird, okay? Nene, I guess, saw the comments of how bad the interview was, and this is what she had to say.
Hey guys, okay, so check this out. The Krishan, that Krishan, the one from Baltimore, Maryland.
Is her eyes really, am I tripping or is her eyes funny? Because her face looks more normal. Is it just me or does her eyes look, I don't know.
Her interview with me is up right now over on YouTube. So you want to run on over on YouTube and click on the Nene Leakes show and check out this interview. Now listen, here's my thoughts on it. I sat down with Chrisean in LA.
Why is her hands huge? Am I tripping? Whatever filter she using, girl, cut it off.
Have not seen the video. That's a very bad habit of mine. I usually shoot it, never even look back at it again. So because I want to just put it out as natural as possible, don't want to really edit out anything. I didn't think that we needed anything edited out.
Now I'm gonna say this as a person who has done interviews, and I don't edit my content now. When you're interviewing somebody, you need to watch it back, because sometimes in the moment of recording an interview, you don't realize weird pauses, space, breaks in conversation, or the stuff that don't make no damn sense. So even if you don't want to edit your stuff, you need someone to watch it back to be sure you're putting out the best content.
So I wanted to sit down with Chrisean. You guys know she's always in the blogs about something.
No, she's always in the blog about the same shit. Her and Blueface. Okay. Chrisean is never in the blog about different things, it's always some fraggle-nackle bullshit. And
I felt like I had to be gentle with Chrisean. And so when I say gentle, meaning, just she's much younger than me. So I wanted to be able to ask her questions in a way that she felt comfortable answering them.
It was bullshit questions. It was stuff that I think we kind of already knew. And it was stuff like Chrisean asked Nene about her being married and with her husband. I'm like, you don't know, Greg, the fact that Chrisean was interviewing with Nene and she did not know nothing about Nene being married to Greg or Greg dying, to me is weird. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there was just such a disconnect between her and Chrisean. It's just weird.
And a way for me to do it was to kind of refer to myself and things that I've been through. I thought that would make her feel more comfortable.
Ma'am, and I love Nene. I do. Okay. Chrisean, as a 25-year-old single mother, okay, I feel like even what you've been through doesn't even coincide to what she's going through. You want to know why? Because Chrisean likes the chaos. She lives through with the chaos. So even you trying to connect to her, it still felt dumb.
I asked as many questions as I can think of. I don't know everything. I've not watched Chrisean in all of these different places that she's been in.
And that's the problem. You keep having people on your platform and you don't know shit about. Can you imagine having a Pillsbury Doughboy on your show? Okay, you got the Pillsbury Doughboy on your show, and all you talk about is sunglasses. Okay, you don't add the Pillsbury Doughboy, no Pillsbury Doughboy sunglasses and lipstick. Okay, it's having a Goodyear tire man on your show and keep asking him about nail polish. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know nothing about the person. You need to do your due diligence. Okay, even if you don't know about that person per se before you get the interview, once you book them, do your research. Okay, find some regular things to connect with them. Not knowing the person is dumb. It's lazy. It's lazy, Nene.
I just wanted to give her a safe place to tell her story the way that she wanted to tell it.
She is all over social media. She's done plenty of interviews. She's had plenty of safe spaces, churches, police stations, firehouses, Planned Parenthood clinics, all that. She's had plenty of safe spaces to tell her story. Her story ain't gonna change. You wanna why? Because she don't want to change. If you knew who she was, you would have known that and done better in the interview.
When I asked her if there's anything off limits, she told me that she didn't want to talk about her son. And I respect that totally. The children don't have anything to do with this, so I'm happy to leave the child out of it.
Ma'am, a big issue with her is that damn baby. And I'm not saying she should have to discuss her child at all, because kids can be off limits. However, the way she is as a mom and the actions that she puts forth, they like, girl, is your baby safe? We want to be sure your baby's safe. Like, I know Chrisean does not want to discuss her child's health, her child's health history, any ailment her child could possibly. I get that part of it, but I'm like, if you're not there to discuss her parenting, which is in question, what's she there for? She ain't got no show out, no song out, no product out. What's she there for?
And I thought the interview was a good one when I was sitting there in the studio. Afterwards, the interview was over. She and I got together later in the evening, had some dinner, and
Nene at dinner with Chrisean don't even sound right. Now, if Nene's son had came and they hung out, okay, maybe. Okay, but Nene, how old is Nene? Let me Google it. How old is Nene Leakes? Nene is 57 years old. Okay, she's 57 years old. How old is Chrisean? Not Chris Rock, Chrisean Rock. Lord Jesus. She's 25. Okay, you are her. You are old enough to be a mama or grandmama, depending on, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing in common. Nothing.
Kind of hung out a little bit so that I can kind of get to know her.
So you hung out with her after the interview to get to know her, not before. Okay.
To sound cliche, she is young, and she is making some mistakes, and she has a whole lot of time to correct them.
No, she don't. You wanna know why? Time ain't promised to nobody. It isn't. Any of us can drop dead right now. So yes, she's young. She is young. However, that don't mean she has a lot, especially with her decision making. She may not have that much time if she keep fucking around.
That's how I feel. And and it feels like in the interview that she was trying to correct them. She's now being more spiritual. She's been through a lot of stuff.
And even though she's been through a lot of stuff, even though she's being more spiritual now, she still be doing dumb shit. She still be entertaining Blueface. I'm like, so what's the point of interviewing her when nothing's changed?
Yeah, but I think the interview's a good one. So run on over to YouTube, click on the Nene Leakes show, and check that out.
No, you don't, y'all. Don't click on it. Leave it alone. Y'all, nothing was learned. Nothing was new. It was all some bullshit. Now let's get to Diddy. I told y'all mostly it's all Diddy stuff. Okay, but y'all take a good 30 seconds. Okay, and like the video, please. And we're back. So today, while we were all minding our business early in the morning. I was asleep. Okay, I woke up and found out about Diddy being found guilty. So, and that was around 11 in the morning, I think, like 11:30, when I had synced it, right? So Diddy was charged with 5 crimes. Well, it was 5 charges, racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, transportation to engage in prostitution. It was like 2 counts each for, one was for Cassie and the other one was for Jane Doe. So they found him not guilty of the racketeering and not guilty of both charges of sex trafficking. However, found him guilty of transportation to engage in prostitution. I was like, if you're saying that how is he guilty of that one, but not sex trafficking? Like, those go hand in hand. So I feel like even the fact that yesterday they didn't know what to do about the racketeering one. So I'm like, to come in today and then say not guilty on that. I'm like, was y'all just ready to go home? A part of me feel like they was like, you know what? I don't want to be here over 4th of July. I don't want to come back Thursday. I want to be done. Because remember, they had the 4 charges yesterday. They already had their decisions. So yesterday, they was already, not guilty for the sex trafficking and guilty for transportation to engage in prostitution. So that was done and over with. And I just don't get how they found him not guilty of sex. I was like, how? When that coincides with the prostitution stuff, it's hand in hand. So I'm like, I don't know if the jury don't comprehend common sense things. I don't know if the jury felt like, he did it, but should he go to jail for life for that? And then they said, no, let's find him guilty of the lesser charges, and then he'll go to jail, but he'll have a chance to get out later. And it's aggravating because I'm like, if you really watch the case over these past, 6-7 weeks, maybe 8 weeks, they proved the case. They absolutely proved that he was using Bad Boy, using his employees to do these things in his personal life that the women eventually did not want to participate in. He kind of still forced them to do it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like y'all saw it, but a part of me feel like the jury, it was 8 men and 4 women, was like, well, he shouldn't go to jail for life. What can we find him guilty on? That he'll do some jail time, but not all the jail time. And that's why they picked the lesser 2 charges to find him guilty of. And I'm like, I don't like y'all. Y'all gets on my fucking nerve. Okay? Now, with that, he all on the ground, child. Oh, Lord, I'm so happy. Oh, God, I'm going to be free, Lord. Now, they said that when the not guilty when the not guilty plea was made, he turned to the kids and said, I'm coming home. No, you're not. Because you were still found guilty of 2 out of the 5 charges. Now, I also feel like, these were federal charges. You know what I'm saying? And a part of me hopes that the states will pick up something. Okay, because there are things on a state level that he can be charged with that wasn't federal. Okay, so I'm hoping and praying and wishing, okay, that the state either in New York or Cali trying to get him on something. Okay, now even the 2 charges that he was found guilty of, the transportation to commit prostitution, carries a maximum of 10 years each. So he's still facing up to 20 years for those 2 charges. The prosecution was saying that they wanted to be like a minimum of 50, I think maybe like 51 months. The defense was asking for, I think, maybe 21 months. He's already done like roughly 10 months in jail that he will get credit for. So I'm like, give him 5 years free trial. And a part of me feel like the judge was not happy with the decision, to me. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, you're not coming home yet, sir. Like, you still have to do some things. Now, Cassie's team wrote, because once he was found guilty, they didn't have to decide if he would get bond or bail. to be out on bond or bail while he's awaiting sentencing. So Cassie's lawyer and also the stylist guy wrote letters to the judge saying, hey, don't get that nigga bond. Okay, leave him around there. Okay. Cassie's letter said, we write as counsel for Cassandra Ventura to respectfully request that the courts deny Mr. Combs to be released pending his sentencing on his he still had 2 convictions. Okay, it is not as if he was found not guilty on everything. He leaves him in there to serve all his jail time. Okay, leave him around there. Okay, it was sent how keeping him in there is mandatory per post conviction, and how Cassie believes that Mr. Combs is likely to pose a danger to the victims who testified in the case, including herself as well as community. And that's true. I feel like we're not going to act like even his lawyer says that he's a violent man. He has been abusive. So like we're not gonna act like he's so innocent. He didn't do nothing. He was still beating ass in 2024. He was still doing shit in 2024. Okay. Now the stylist Deontay Nash, who testified as well, was like, judge. Now he ironed me on that shit. Judge, he had many times to change. Okay, he ain't changed. He's still a danger. Okay, I was forced to testify, and now he's gonna be out. No, I urge you in the strongest possible terms to prioritize the safety of victims and witnesses over any consideration of leniency. Meaning, just because he was not found guilty of the harsher crimes doesn't make what he did any less harsh. He don't deserve leniency. Okay, Mr. Combs had countless opportunities to change, and he has chosen instead to escalate his harmful conduct. Allowing him back into the community now will be a profound mistake, because I think people forget, even though Diddy life will never be the same, there are going to be people who are going to choose to never associate with him again ever in life, because they don't want to even, get any backlash from it. And some folk gonna be dumb enough to, oh, he cool. No, the fuck he not. No, he not. And most witnesses don't want to testify because they don't want the person getting out and then say, hey, I can now ruin your life. Well, no, because she knew at that point in time that he was going to be arrested. And any money Kathy received after being beaten by Diddy consistently for years and being fucked by random men for years, she deserved. Period. Her getting money doesn't negate the fact that she still lived in fear in some ways. For all we know, the moment he was locked up, she felt safe. Even her coming forth with her story made her feel a bit more safe because she no longer had to worry about what he could do to her. You know what I'm saying? So, we always have that. Child, Ray J out here, Ray J-ing. So even though Ray J is on my cancel list, he has been for a while. Who you doing? Child, playing Diddy music. So bad. He jumped on his live and playing Diddy music after a verdict came out. So, Ray J is Ray J. So in these cases, we have to remember who not to support. So when Ray J had these, oh my God, I'm spazzing out, I'm panicking, call Diddy. When he said he feel like he gonna take himself out, call Diddy. Let me say, I feel like people like to victim blame and victim shame and say, oh, but what about no. We're not gonna ignore the fact that he is not just a freaky guy. He is a freaky man who forced people to do stuff. Okay, he was abusive to all the women in his life, including Kim Porter. She just too dead to talk about it. So it aggravates me that we acting like we didn't see what we saw. His mama around there, okay? His daughter, that's a Chan's daughter. You then see his twin, the lookalike little boy, who's also being sued for different things. Okay? You see Misa Hilton's son, who's going bald up top. Probably from stress, because his daddy is a whole graper. Okay, the twins back there not smiling, because now daddy coming home eventually, and we have to now deal with him. And you know what I'm saying, child, look, and them is children. Okay, and I get the kids gonna love their father, but if I found out my father was an abusive graper, I'm pissed at you. People making it seem like, oh, Diddy didn't do much. He a little freaky, that's all. He didn't really do much. But two of his sons are also accused of raping. Let's not forget all the lawsuits that he still has pending against himself. People trying to make Diddy this innocent bystander, being a little bit freaky one time and maybe beat somebody up one time. No. He been doing this shit. Bastard. Dawn Richard also spoke out because again she was a witness. And again, not the thing about it is as well, I was a witness who spoke out against you. And how do I know that once you're out, you won't try to get back at me? Even though he's going to be under a consistent microscope now, and I love that. I love that everything he does will be scrutinized once he gets out. I love that there's nothing he can do. Anytime he book a room under Frank Black, we're going to know it's him. Okay? Any woman he's seen to be with going forward supports a graper. Okay, a domestic abuser, okay, a prostitution ring whore around here, okay. But Dawn, her lawyer said for her, Sean Combs guilty of prostitution charges, acquitted of racketeering and sex trafficking. Today's split verdict is a disappointment, but the criminal charges are different than civil claim that we filed, and we have been fighting against Sean Combs. We will continue to aggressively fight our case until we obtain a full and complete justice, meaning he may have been found guilty of 2, not guilty of 3. However, those are the federal things. We in court with him. Okay? We in court with him. We want our money. I want every woman who he is ever wronged to get all the money she can. I want them to bankrupt him. Fully bankrupt him. Immediately. Okay? Now, Carisha. Okay? His old hoe. And yeah, I said it. Carisha posted this right around the time that Diddy was the charges were, the verdict came out. Okay. Right around the time she posting hearts and way. Now again, she didn't say his name. However, timing matters. Okay, and everybody named mama, if you was woke, you knew what had just came out. So anyone posting yay or all that shit, we know what you're trying to do, Carisha. We know what it is. Okay? That clock it. Girl, what? Is your money back on now because he's gonna get out in a couple years? Is he paying your rent? Because don't be so stupid to be like, I didn't say why. Don't play me like that. You smart. The moment that man verdict came out, someone called you, you saw it. I wouldn't post shit about no happy hearts or nothing on the day that the nigga I was messing around with gets found half guilty, half not guilty. Now, I would not even want to put myself in that predicament. So even her doing this is a slap in women's faces. And whatever comes. Okay. Now separate. That's something. And I just so Funk Master Flex, the DJ around in New York. I think Cassie's been through a lot, especially at a young age. She is such a nice person and always gave off good energy. I hope her family overcome all of the pain they're going through. The entertainment business is a dangerous environment that everyone's not built for. I do think you and your lawyers should give it a rest. You threatened to drop a book, then got paid out to not drop the book. If you cared so much to get your message out, you would have dropped the book. I get it. It's a case. You had to testify. You 30 mil up and 10 mil up. No, it's 20. It was 20 mil from Diddy, 10 from the hotel. So a total 30. Minus fees for lawyers and stuff. Okay. You planned this lick. Please don't be mad at me, but I don't see you as a victim. You was young, Diddy made bad choices, and you made bad choices. When do you plan to teach girls not to make the same mistakes you made? Again, I don't see her as a victim. The fact that sometimes we don't see victims as victims because they get money for their pain is crazy to me. If a millionaire beats my ass for a while to the point where I don't feel like I am sick, because the reason we saw her being beat up on the video is because she tried to leave. So even him saying, oh, and she didn't have to put the book out. She told a story anyway. She was smart enough to get paid and, embarrass him. So again, fuck him. Kesha said, Cass, I love you, I love you. Okay. Again, anyone not showing love to the victims is a you. Okay. Lunel said, so ladies, we're dead in the water. People are cheering for this nasty devil. Okay. Nobody cared about what men do to women. It's sad as fuck to me. All his enablers and helpers, they just got to skip away scot-free. Hurry, run, and get your baby oil and let the freak off begin again. And that's crazy that some folk feel that way. But again, I don't feel like the life he lived before, he would have that. It's gonna still be, on a slope. On a slope. Aubrey O'Day spoke out. I'm not reading all this. Y'all know my rule. If it's small letters and two, I'm not doing all that. Okay. The gist of it is my heart is with Cassie, a woman who deserves a life and career free of fear. Y'all know I don't see it for Aubrey as much anyway because she aggravates me with her antics sometimes. Okay. But she's right. It's a bunch of bullshit. It's a bunch of bullshit. Tiny, who we know her husband were accused of some acts against people's wills as well in the past, and they got off. However, whatever. When one of Kim Porter's good friends posted, praising God and said, it's God's will that, you know what I'm saying, Diddy got off. That's his will. Tiny of Escape said, yeah. People want to charge you so bad for being freaky. It's nasty work. I said, bitch, what? You have daughters. The fact that some folk want to leave it at, oh, he just a little bit freaky. He was beating ass. He was forcing sexual situations. He made them feel like they had no choice. That's not being freaky. Being freaky was when they wanted these threesomes and these freak-offs and was okay with that. It's not freaky when you are then forcing them to do them on a consistent basis, you little bitch. Tiny girl. And sometimes folk need to shut up. But at the same time, seeing this makes me realize, okay, I can't fuck with you. Because let me say this, it's a difference between someone saying, hey, you know, he went to court, he got found not guilty on these things. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, he's gonna be free. He's still an effed up individual for, you know, beating up the people. But he got found not. I don't mind anyone who's saying the facts of it is that he got found not guilty of this. And that's factual. And them also saying he's fucked up for doing that. Okay. But now I'm over. I don't mind that. But making it seem as if, oh, he just a little freaky. That I don't like. I don't. That's demeaning the severity of what we saw him do. Diddy wasn't charged because he was a freak. That wasn't the point. He was charged because the women he was with felt forced to do it. And the fact that Tiny is a grown ass individual with 18 kids and with 2 daughters and a couple granddaughters. If your daughter came and said so and so forced me to do this, would you be happy to older than that? He's a little freaky like your daddy. That's all. No. So I'm more shocked when women make it seem as if he just freaky. No, he's a fucked up individual. Say that. Don't praise him coming home. Because praising him, you know, not getting found guilty is different than saying, well, you're going to come home because of the, you know what I'm saying? I don't like it. And Tiny, you on my list too now. Okay, you on my list. And I feel like Tiny commented on because she didn't comment like on the blogs. One of Kim Porter's friends made this post. And Tiny went and commented on there. Tiny maybe felt like no one would see what she said. Because again, it was a blog post. But no, they found it. Okay? Shame on you, bitch. Shame on you. It's so many just Judge Mathis, shut your old ass up.
Don Diddy Combs has been convicted of interstate transportation of prostitutes, two counts, and has been denied bail.
Ain't he a TV judge? I think he's from here, but okay.
Although I really am concerned about the assaults against the women, particularly disrespecting Black women as such, we must go with what he has been convicted of and respect the jury. And I
don't mind someone saying that part, okay, that he went to court, okay, the jury made these rulings, and by law, you know, these are his guilty. These are his guilty charges. I don't mind someone stating the facts.
I had predicted he should be convicted after hearing and closing arguments of only the 2 counts of interstate transportation of prostitutes. We'll see in the future. Listen to us this next week on the Mathis verdict as we'll talk about the entire case and the sentencing.
Now he put denial of bond as unfair due to the guilty verdict of only 2 charges. I feel like he wasn't found innocent. You hear me? He wasn't found innocent. And when someone is found guilty of at least 1 charge, it's a possibility they are eligible for bail. It does not mean it has to be granted. Okay, if there's no law that say if you are found guilty of any charge, you must be released on bond or bail. That ain't the rule. The rule is you're eligible for bond if the judge says so. Okay, the judge said no. Okay, so Mathis, sir, go sit down and shut up. Okay, we seen it leaving all hand in hand. Okay, why? Because the judge said, ain't no bail, bitch. Okay, the judge said, play with your mama. Okay, y'all came around here all happy-go-lucky thinking, oh, he's coming home. He's coming home. And I want to go home. The judge said no. He said no. Okay, the judge denied the bail. You want to know why? Because the court had like maybe 1 p.m. to around 5 to where both the prosecution and the defense had to submit, paperwork stuff to support why he should or should not get bail. You know what I'm saying? And they offered, I believe, a $1 million bail. Oh, he not gonna have no more freak offs and blah, 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 bloop. And the people said, first of all, okay, he gonna do all that shit. Okay. Also, he's violent. Okay. He's a flight risk. Okay. All these things. And I'm happy the judge said no, bail denied. You wanna know why? Because the judge said even your lawyers, Diddy, okay, even your defense lawyer said you are a violent person. Okay. They reiterated how violent you were. And no, but this is about him. So guess what? You are a danger to society. And if he got bail, you can't tell me he would not run. Right? He would run to Bali with Russell. Even though he's not facing life, he's facing up to 20 years. And that's up to the judge. Okay. Again, the guilty, not guilty was up to the jury. The judge has to sentence him. So I feel like he really could run. No, if you are found guilty, and if we know that you are a violent individual, you are a petty individual, he should not be able to get out. For what? To do some damage while he's waiting for sentencing? So I'm happy the judge said, hell no. Remain in jail because why? You were still found guilty. You are a violent person, as your lawyers told us. So sit down some goddamn where, okay? 50 Cent called that man the gay John Gotti for beating Rico cases. I said 50 Cent is always joking, but I laugh a little bit like that. So Brian Steele, who was Diddy's attorney, he's the same man who got off Young Thug. So he got Young Thug off and he got Diddy off. Well, at least, a little bit. Because again, Diddy still was found guilty of 2 things. I think people are pouring it on thick because he was found not guilty of the more serious charges. Now, outside the courtroom. Oh, also, one of the escorts, okay, he up there like, oh yeah, my testimony helped beat Diddy's cases. Justice was done. I hope your dick falls off. I hope it falls off. You get gangrene in the hole it left, and your balls just fall in the ocean. You ball bastard. I'm so aggravated that today, after, he's found guilty of 2 charges and found not guilty of 3. People really came around here trying to celebrate him being, not guilty on aggravated me outside fuckery. Okay. His son Christian out there dancing and doing push-ups. Now again, this is all the antics that happened after him being found guilty on 2 and not guilty of 3 charges. People were celebrating as if they thought, but you want to know why? Because Diddy said, I'm coming home. Diddy thought. Diddy thinks so low of the legal system. And yeah, I'm going to come home today. And you got everyone around celebrating. outside playing Diddy music and whatnot, dancing, thinking, oh, send this Diddy to 10 years. Okay, give him 10. Yeah, 10. 10. You outside the courthouse. My pop's coming home. He didn't took his shirt off and he's doing push-ups. The fuckery of it all. Okay, this is what your daddy was on camera beating bitches' asses. Okay, he is a known offender of the sexual nature, and you're celebrating him coming home because you thought I'm happy the judge said no, keep his ass in here, leave him in here. Okay, it was so many different videos.
Cheered today's verdict. Combs' son, Christian, telling ABC News how happy he is.
Hey, yo, we love y'all. We love everybody watching. So happy. Pop's coming home. God bless. God bless the whole world.
What was going through your head when the verdict was read? Happy.
Because they don't fear consequences. They don't feel we don't feel we ain't no consequence around here. We out here partying. We out here partying. Okay, we all going home. Pop the bottles, and then okay, I'm gonna do him last. Well, no, child, Armand Wiggins. Okay, look. This is not me hating on any other YouTuber. Okay. We all have our own lanes, but it is so aggravating when I see people getting attention and views for fuckery. You know what I'm saying? For fuckery. Outside the court, they're pouring baby oil on each other. Who the fuck brought baby oil? Is that a crackhead?
I don't know what she gonna do, y'all.
Now, y'all know Armand Wiggins has been on TMZ. He's been on many of the platforms or whatever. The fact that he's down there with crackheads and allowing them to pour liquids over his body is ridiculous. I have never followed Armand Wiggins. I'm just aware of who he is. Just you have to know which people around here supports the grapers. And if you around here dancing around in baby oil with crackheads, you support a graper. And he be having thousands and thousands of folks watching him. The fuckery of it all. As Armand Wiggins springs more oil, more. And then here come a crackhead.
What the fuck, yo? You're a fucking mess. What the fuck, yo?
That's your man's. That's your people. That's your people. Okay. Now Diddy's sentencing is set for October 3rd. Okay, so that's 3 months from now. Again, he's facing up to 10 years per count, so he can do up to 20 years. They can say, who people? Who you mean? Who is you people?
So now why am I in it? And you could have did it.
See how I get thrown in stuff?
Like, we ain't know who people. I don't try. It ain't my people. Ain't my embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? Not mine. Anything for attention. Okay, disgusting. But yeah, he'll be sentenced on what there's another court date on July 8th because the Diddy's team wanted a expedited sentencing, so they're gonna meet up again on July 8th to see if they can get us on the dates. But if not, he'll be sentenced on October 3rd. Again, he's not. When in my opinion, the judge wasn't happy with the verdict. I'm going to say that because he denied the bond. A part of me feel like if he felt like, well, they didn't really do nothing. And he said, okay, let's put him on a bond. Because I mean, I think the reason he said no, leave him in there, he's still a danger. I think because of that, he's not going to give him the minimum. I think because the judge said in his own words, he's still a violent individual. Y'all ran on the fact that he's violent, but that isn't what he's here for. A part of me feel like the judge is like, okay, the jury said no to the harsher charges, even though they proved he did it all. So a part of me feel like the judge like, no, I'm gonna leave him in jail. I'm gonna then sentence him in 3 more months. At that point, he would have been in jail for maybe roughly a year. And I feel like the judge will give him the maximum for the charges. So I think he may do 5 years per charge. So I feel like Diddy could do, to me, I think and I'm not saying the folks is dumb, but I'm gonna say I don't think the jury were competent enough to understand what the prosecution laid out in the case, because they made it clear that he was using his company, his employees, to do dirty ass shit. Okay, he absolutely was using force. It was clear, but I think the jury was like, you know what? Cassie gets 20 million. You know, he's paying James rent right now. They're not really victims. You know, I mean, he did pay for hoes. He did pay for the male hookers. So let's say guilty on that. I think the judge, it's my opinion. I think the judge didn't. It was like, okay, the jury did they big one. Now let me do mine. If the judge was going to sentence him to like a lesser sentencing, I think he would have let him out on bond. I think the judge like, no, leave him in there. He's a violent man. And plus you round here celebrating as if you got found not guilty on everything. So no, leave his ass in here. Now we still don't know who the jury is. They haven't been out or whatever. But a part of me gonna feel like they did not want to send him to prison for life. And that's why they said no on the 3 and yes on the 2. Because the yes on the 2 lesser charge, it still gets him some jail time. Because if he's innocent of sex trafficking, he should be innocent for the prostitution stuff. Because how do you agree that he paid for hookers, but he did not sex traffic Cassie and Jane, who traveled across state lines to have sex that Diddy wanted? So yeah, I hope the judge gives him the maximum each charge. I hope he gets at least 5 years per charge. And I also hope that the state picks up some kind of charges and charges him too. And I hope all of the lawsuits against him, he gets fined. All the monies. Because fuckery. Anyway. That's it, that's all. Because today was literally all Diddy. All day. From him being found guilty to them waiting for the sentencing, to the breakdown of the charges, to the antics outside the court with his son doing push-ups, Armand Williams having baby oil on him, all the shit, okay? Them celebrating before they found out he ain't come home today. He ain't. So he's gonna be in until at least October. And and then he'll get out but I don't see them give him probation. I don't see the judge giving him the minimum. I don't. Not in this case at the all. Anyway, y'all be sure to like the video. Okay, y'all be sure to subscribe and share and all that good stuff and whatnot. And remember who we don't like. We don't like Tiny right now. We don't like Armand Williams right now. We don't like Carisha right now. We still don't like Ray J. And we still don't like Puffy. Okay, and anyone who come out tomorrow, fuck Master Flex. Okay, and anyone who come out tomorrow supporting Diddy, we don't like them either. And again, there's a difference between saying he was found innocent of these things. That's fine. But you have to follow it up with saying he's a fucked up individual. Anyway, I'm going to go chill out for the rest of the evening, y'all, and I will talk to y'all tomorrow and whatnot. Bye and be safe.